sometimes we hear coaches say that my team went from hoping to win to expecting to win. Did that happen with this team? And if so, when do you think that was?
I think we learned how to win. I'm gonna take hope out of it. I will say that I think early on there were some games where we were playing not to lose, and that is still, in my opinion, learning how to win. And I think we just learned how to win some basketball games. I think yesterday was a clear example of that.
When you look at what Nye has done in these last 4 games and then this entire season, is this the vision that you had for her when you brought her in the portal, or did you have any concern about her translating up to the SEC, or you knew that the product that you saw was what you were going to get?
It translated immediately. As soon as I saw it on film, you know it translates. Like, we're fortunate as a staff to have a lot of years in this league as coaches, me as a player and a coach. And so my eyes knew immediately, our eyes knew immediately that it was going to translate. That was never a concern. I think what she has done on this stage is absolutely remarkable. And I'm not sure if people are just now becoming aware of it because we're having some success. But the numbers that she's put up, I mean, this is the 4th straight game now with a double-double and assist and points, and that hasn't been done in this league. And when you know the game plan is to come out every single night and figure out how to take her away or limit her catches or put size on her, and she continues to find a way to lead our team, to score, to get assists. It just speaks to the resolve she has. It speaks to the preparation she has in the film room and on the floor to know that she might get played a bunch of different ways and have a counter for all of that. And excited to see how she finishes out this year.
On senior day, obviously talked a lot about Lauren, and she was probably the player, let's be honest, you're most emotional about, when she gave you the hug pregame. Just how much is she the backbone of this group, and how important is she going to be down the stretch if you guys are really going to make a run against Senior?
Well, I think yesterday's a great example of that. Lauren played, 34, 35 minutes yesterday? She hasn't done that in a while. I think it's important for her to be on the floor for us, to be available for us. Her voice, her presence, she steadies us. She puts us all in the right position. And she's got to keep herself on the floor, and we've got to have, the people who are backing her up be productive so that she can feel good and play for long stretches at a time. I don't know how you replace a Lauren Ware, someone who just is more prepared, more equipped, puts her body on the line every single day, walks, lives, and breathes like the standards that you have for the program and for the university. It's just who she is as a person. I said it last week. I'll continue to say it. She's the coach of this team. She's the heartbeat of this team. I'm asking her currently as we speak to write a handbook and leave it for the ones that are following her to pick up in her shoes.
Most teams play well at home.
Yeah.
Ole Miss 12-1. What's maybe a little bit different about when they're at home?
Oh, they have a tremendous crowd. What Yolette has done at Ole Miss since she's been there has been incredible. Just speaking from, obviously, me being from Mississippi, that's a program that I'm very familiar with, and to watch how she has grown the fan base, how she has brought in young ladies who fit her style of play. They play hard for her. They have her identity. They have her personality. They just have a toughness to them at home. And so they now are like those teams that go to the Sweet 16, go to the Elite Eight. They believe that they are one of those teams, and they are. And so that's an incredible thing that you're fighting when you are playing them anytime, but then especially at home.
When you turn on the tape, what jumps out about you when you scout it?
Well, the first thing is Cody. I mean, Cody is an elite of a player, as you will find. Her ability to score at all 3 levels, the force, the aggression, the athleticism that she plays with, the multiple ways she can get her numbers, that she affects the game, not just with the basketball in her hands, but when the basketball's not in her hands, the passion, the fire she has, that's what jumps out at you first. And then obviously they're elite defensively. They always have been elite defensively. I know she's got a few players that are not available right now. I don't know what that'll be on Sunday, but the way that Yo continues to move pieces around to put them in a position to be successful is just really impressive.
You've coached several NCAA tournament teams before for UGA, right? And obviously the one here.
Yeah.
Is there any similarities you see in the the makeup of this group and those groups previous?
Absolutely. I think this group is the NCAA tournament team. Number one, I'll start there. What you see is just they handle their business. NCAA tournament teams that are trying to be great, teams that are elite, handle their business. They show up every single day. They don't look to the left or to the right. They put their head down and they grind and they work. And that's what this team has done. And we've had teams do that have had success. And to have this team take that approach before they found success just really speaks to the business-like mentality, the heart they have for each other, for the coaching staff in this program. But those are the similarities that I see. There's a toughness to this team that NCAA tournament teams have, and they have that same amount of toughness. And then obviously you got to have a lot of pieces. It just can't be one or two people. And I think our pieces, all of our pieces, we talk a lot about Fats and a lot about Nye, and yes, they are who they are. But the pieces around them are really starting to own their responsibilities and who they are and play well at the right time.
When you look back at the tough parts this year, and I wasn't here yet, only been here a month, as you know, but do you feel like that group had your back? Because I have the phone, I saw they were talking about your future, about the future of the program. Do you feel like they had your back?
100%, absolutely. They have my back just as much as I have theirs, yes. Yeah.
And one last question on Laura. Do you think she's going to be a coach one day?
I don't know. I think she definitely is a coach. I said I wasn't going to be a coach, and here I am 25 years later, right? So I don't know if she has realized that or not, but she definitely has it in her for sure, yeah.
Has anything changed, Joni, in the last 4 games about your three-point shooting? Because on stats, it looks that, and like even last night, we talked about the end of blow, but there was times I thought you guys hit some big threes when you probably needed them. What about three-point shooting in the last 4 games?
Same shots, same people shooting them. The ball is getting there sooner, quicker, faster. We have an understanding of why it's getting there, and we have a confidence in taking that shot and making that shot that maybe wasn't as pronounced in January.
Did you know back then you could have so many people hit threes? It's not like you just have to rely on, like last night, I think you had 4 players step up, which has kind of been the case during the stretch. You've had more than 1 or 2 players that could hit threes.
We saw it in the summer. We saw it in our non-conference play. We also knew what we were walking into with 12 players who had never been in this league. That requires an adjustment, and I think they've adjusted well.
All right, thank you all.
Thank you.